everyone, I'm Laura from gosimpli.ca, and today I have an all-in-one strength blend workout. I've got your warm-up, then we'll do strength exercises for the upper body, throughout the core and the legs, and then a cool down. So you don't need to add anything else to this workout. What you do need is a variety of dumbbells for all the strength exercises. So go grab those and we'll get started. Okay, my timer is on. We're going to start with a warm-up here, and the first thing we're going to do is a march in place. So you can just start marching your feet and moving those arms. Okay, we're not sauntering here. We are just starting, so we want to, build up slowly, but we're not just sort of sauntering here. We need to put a little bit into it. So our warm-up exercises are going to be 30 seconds apiece with no break in between. Just a few more seconds here, and then we're going to move into a deadlift squat. So I'll show you. So you're going to go sort of like a deadlift or a good morning, and then squat down. So you've got to try and warm up our upper body, our lower body, and our middle section here. So we're going to do some combo exercises to make that work. Okay, so just a few more seconds of this, and then we're going to move into a lateral jump. Okay, so a lateral jump is just going side to side. Get those arms moving across your body a bit to get them warmed up as well. Few more seconds and we're going to move off to a torso twist with a knee. Okay, so I'm going to go twist, twist, and on the third one raise my knee. Just a few more seconds, and then we're going to do a slow butt kicker with some arm pulls. So I'm just going to have my feet up behind me like I'm kicking myself in the bum. You can see that from the side here. And then it's like I'm grabbing something in front of me and pulling it right to my chest. We only have one more warm-up exercise before we get started. And that's going to be a jumping jack in just a few seconds. Okay, so just a regular old jumping jack. Try and get a nice big range of motion here. Awesome, so we're going to get right into the strength portion. We're doing exercises for 45 seconds on, 15 seconds break. We'll do upper body, then middle, then lower, and we're starting with a chest fly. So grab your weights, get down on the floor. I'm going to lift up into a bridge, then open out, and pull back in. Now, I am lifting 8 pounds here. I am slowly building my strength back up after surgery. It is taking time, but it is improving, and that's what counts. So you'll have to lift whatever works for you. But remember that form is more important than how much weight you're lifting. So here you want your bum nice and firm, your core nice and firm. All right, so you have 15 seconds to put those weights down, and then come on back for a Russian twist. So this is our middle exercise, or our core. So you're just going to lean back, and rotate off one side and then to the other. So you want a nice flat back through this, no rounding. Nice firm core. Now we're only doing each of these exercises one time, so there really isn't a chance to get too bored here. Plus we're doing 3 different styles, upper, lower, and middle. Awesome, so our next one is going to be a basic squat. So you can hop up for that. Okay. I'm going to put my weights up above my shoulders, lead with my bum, squat back, and push up. So we need to remember that you want to go through a full range of motion. So slower is better. You don't want to go so slow that you only get 1 repetition done in your 45 seconds. But you should be aiming for, if you can get 10 reps done in 45 seconds, that's good. You shouldn't really be able to get more than that done, or you're probably moving too quickly. If we move quickly, our muscles aren't doing all the work. It's momentum instead. Well done. So now we're going to move on to a reverse fly. This is very small muscle group we're working here, so you probably need a very light weight. Okay, so bend over at the waist, arms up and out to the side. I'm going to turn a little bit more here so that you can see. So remember, again, move nice and slow here. You don't want to be throwing the weights up. You want to be in control of the whole motion. Excellent. And next up, we're going to be holding a plank. Those weights back and come on down. You can do this from your toes or from your knees. It's up to you. I'm going to do it on my forearms. I'm going to start on my toes and see how far I can go. There's actually absolutely no shame, no problem in dropping down to your knees. In fact, it's better to do that than stop altogether by far. And some days you just don't have it. I mean, I sort of take like a yoga mentality when it comes to working out. Some days you're tired. Your kids have been awful, or you didn't sleep well the night before, or you're fighting a small cold. I mean, it's okay to recognize that. You just can't say every day, oh, I can't do it. You know, you have to be able to give yourself that motivation to do the best you can that day. Awesome. Now we have our lower body, and we're going to do an alternating forward lunge. So you'll notice that often when I'm doing the lower body, I'm lifting a fair bit heavier. So step forward on one foot, push back, switch and go on the other. And it's just because the lower body muscles are so much larger and so much stronger than the upper body muscles. So they need more weight to be challenged. And even though I've been wearing these shoes for a month now, they still squeak. But that's okay. It's only you and I who have to put up with it. Awesome. So next step, we're getting into group 3 here. So we're starting back to upper body. We're doing a bicep curl. I'm going to do mine in a hammer curl style. So I've got my palms facing into my sides. We're going to curl up and slowly lower down. Again, remember, we're not trying to go too fast here. We want those muscles to feel the burn on the way up and on the way down. If we're going to work out, we might as well work out properly so that we get the full benefit. There's no point in wasting, this workout is 22 minutes, there's no point in wasting 22 minutes. You want to make them count. So just a few more seconds here. See if you can fit in one more rep. Awesome. And next up we have a double leg drop. So put those weights back in a safe place so you're not going to trip. Go on down on the ground. We'll start with those legs straight up in the air. And we're going to drop them down and lift them back up. Now I don't know if I'm going to be able to do a double leg drop the whole way through. I'm going to see. But if I can't, I can very easily go to a single leg drop and just alternate legs. So I'll take a little break and show you here what that is. So just drop one and then drop the other. And maybe then you can do one double leg in between. And that's how you build up. You know, maybe you can do a few of the double and then you need a break and then you do a single leg drop. And then you go back to a double again. Awesome. And next up we have a deadlift. That's our lower body exercise. If I ever forget coming up next, take a look in the top left corner of your screen and there will be a preview. Legs shoulder distance apart. You're going to bend over and then roll back up. And here you really want those bum cheeks squeezed tightly on your way back up. I mean, they should be firm the whole time, but you really want to squeeze on your way back up and give that bum a nice workout. A nice challenge there. It will very much shape it and make it rounder. Because who really wants a flat bum? Flat abs, yes. Flat bum, not so much. Awesome, another group done. And now we're doing an overhead tricep extension. We're going to do both arms at the same time. So arms up overhead, you're going to let them drop back and then straight up. So because we're standing, we've got our bum nice and firm, we've got our abs tucked in tight. And this workout is just zooming by. We're well over halfway. Awesome. So put your weights back and we'll head into a toe touch crunch. Come on down to the mat. Need those legs up again. We're going to reach for those toes. I can't get anywhere near them. Maybe you can, but it doesn't matter. The point isn't to actually touch them. It's just giving you something to reach for. Maybe if I hung a chocolate from it, then I would be able to reach it, I'm not sure. But it sure would help. Many people think that because you work out, you don't crave the good stuff, but believe me, I do. And that's okay. Awesome. Now we're moving into a curtsy lunge, and I'm going to add a calf raise to that. Okay, so I've got heavier weights again. These are just 10 pounds. They're not real heavy. Okay, so cross behind. Come to the center and calf raise. This is kind of interesting motion, and if you don't do it very often, you can really feel it the next day. Almost done here. See if we can fit one more in. Awesome. Next up, we have a shoulder press. I believe this is our last group of 3. So grab some weights. I went to smaller again. Raise them up to shoulder height. We're going to press up and then back down. And again, whenever we're doing exercises standing, we want that bum tight and we want those abs tucked in. We're going to have nice posture. We don't want to arch our back. If you have to arch your back, you're lifting too much weight. See if you can fit in one more. Awesome job. Next up, we have back bow arcs. I'll show you that. You're going to get down onto your tummy. Get your arms out long in front of you. We're going to arc to one side like we're making a rainbow, and then off to the other side. So you're lifted up as you're moving from side to side, and you get just the tiniest little rest when you get to that arc position. I just feel somewhat like Gumby when I'm doing this. Almost done here. Awesome job, and hop back up. We're going to do a side back squat. So grab your weights. I'll show you what I mean by this. Pop them up to your shoulders. This is our last one before cool down. So we're going to go squat to the side and then back, side, come together. Side, back, side, come together. If you want an extra challenge, don't stand up here, so you don't get that break at all. And it is definitely more challenging. I sort of saved the hardest one for last here. That was a little bit mean of me, I'm sorry. We're almost done. We've got 7 seconds. Awesome job. I'm going to put my weights down. We're just going to go right into the cool down. So our first one is going to be a quad stretch with a runner's lunge. So come on down like this. Lean forward for that runner's lunge. And see if you can reach back. Grab that foot. Now you're also stretching this quad and the front of the hip flexor at the same time. We're going to double up our stretches here so we can get through more of them in a shorter time. I know a lot of you are saying, I only have 25 minutes max. So I'm really trying to do a series of less than half an hour. So switch that up. Again, try and grab that foot behind you. This is a bit of a balance challenge, so if you need to sort of prop yourself on a wall, that would be fine. Next up, we're going to do a butterfly stretch with a chest expansion. So it's going to look a little interesting, but it's definitely doable. So come on down, soles of the feet together to make that butterfly. And then to lean forward, put your arms out behind you and lean. And really try and get those arms up, your chest, you'll stretch out your lower back, your chest, and your inner thighs. Now it's not always best to stretch this way. Sometimes you really need to focus, but okay, so here we're going to do a toe touch stretch and a back stretch by really rounding that back and get the upper back this time. So combo stretches are great if you're in a hurry because stretching is so important. Better to combo than to not stretch. But sometimes you really do need to focus a bit more. It depends on what your workout was, how hard you pushed. Okay, inside thigh stretch, doesn't matter which one, the hamstring, and we're going to lean over and get that side in. So I'm getting my inside thigh, I'm getting my hamstring, and my side by leaning over. And of course, next up, we're just going to switch this to the other side of the body. So kick the other leg out and lean over. Next up, we're going to do a supine torso twist. So we're going to lie down on our back and twist off to one side and then the other. Okay, so lying down, pull one knee in and roll it over your body and look towards the opposite hand behind you. We have one more stretch. We're just going to do this on the other side of the body. Awesome. So bring the other leg in to stretch the other long, roll over, and look back towards that hand. Now this stretch is great. It's stretching out the glutes, so your whole bum area, through your torso is getting a nice one, your spine's getting a good rotation. Even your neck gets a bit of a stretch looking off to the opposite side. Great job, everyone. It was a whirlwind of a workout. We certainly fit a lot into 22 minutes. You should feel proud you've done your body good. Come and see me again soon.